So we back with another video, and today we got y'all boys with the best rebirth builds in NBA 2K23. We coming down to the home stretch of NBA 2K23 where we come, I guess we kind of getting part of that year where it's kind of getting mid, but still, for the people that do want to make rebirth builds, these are going to be the best builds possible. Now, when it comes to making a rebirth build, in my honest opinion, I think you want to make a build that's pretty much, you're not going to have to be able to really make that build ever again, or if you don't want to make any other builds ever again. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much what it is. We're gonna go over 5, maybe 6 builds in this video. If you guys want more of these build, I guess, rankings videos, y'all be showing a lot of support on these. So if you guys do want them, just make sure to drop that like, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright, so to start it off, we're gonna go over pretty much a guard, a lock, and a big. So pretty much if you're making a rebirth build, sometimes people make rebirth builds, they want to make a guard. A lot of times people want to make a rebirth build, they want to make a lock. A lot of times people make a rebirth build, they want to make a big. So we're gonna go over those 3 builds first. So first things first, we're gonna go in order. We're gonna go over guard. So point guard, head, and number is up to you. So the first 3 builds, they're not gonna really be in order based off how good they are. They're just gonna be a guard, lock, and big. Just want to say that. So 6'1", I believe 6'1" is the best height for a guard build, if I'm being honest, like a small guard. But if you want to be a little bit taller, the best height after that is probably gonna be 6'3". You want to go a little bit more taller than that, you're gonna be 6'6". The only reason I say right now I like the 6'3" and 6'1" more than the 6'6", because yeah, the 6'6" get a lot of like the dribble moves, but they don't get the size ups, and the size ups are almost, if not damn near, more important than the escapes this year, because having a D Rose in comparison to a Trace McGrady is huge. And then when we get to the Steve Francis, the Trey Youngs, I personally like D Rose the most, but you're not gonna be able to get that on a 6'5" and up build. It's just that simple. So 6'1", 169, 6'10" on the wingspan. Body type is up to you. Now when it comes to the build, we just went for pretty much everything that you really need on a guard build. So we even got some extra stuff. So 86 driving dunk, that's gonna allow you to get content dunks and limitless takeoff gold. With 15 finishing, you can add more badges to the finishing to be able to have adequate amount of badges to be able to put on stuff like that. Then you got 85 3 ball, that's gonna allow you to get silver and limitless range, and then you have a 70 mid range, and then you have a 79 free throw. You could lower this to try to get another mid range, but I'm pretty sure you don't get anything for that for shooting, so it's not that deep. But you do get 18. You can add more badges to that as well. When it comes to playmaking though, this is when I find myself a lot of times add more badges, but I didn't actually end up doing it for this one. It ended up being fine because you got the core badges and stuff like that you got to think about. But you end up with an 85 pass accuracy. On current gen, that's not a big deal because y'all don't have the pass styles, but on next gen it is, because you're going to be able to get the LaMelo and Magic Johnson pass style, which I prefer the LaMelo Ball pass style. I will be making a video on that very soon, going over pass styles, but pass accuracy is still very important, whichever console you're playing on, whether it's current or next gen, because it's going to make it a lot faster of passes. But a lot of people on current gen just stop at 75 regardless, or 76, stuff like that. But I like going 85 so you can get certain badges as well, like Dimer, Hall of Fame. You went up one more, you will be able to have Hall of Fame Floor General, Hall of Fame, or not Hall of Fame, but Gold Needle Threader. I think you even get Hall of Fame. Yeah, you even get Hall of Fame Break Starter. I think, no, you don't get bailout any higher, but you do get gold bailout and stuff like that at 85 and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to the 92 ball handle, you're gonna end up with all the dribble moves with the for like ball handle. When it comes to the 92 speed ball, you're gonna end up with all the dribble styles. Now, you don't really need a 92 dribble style, so if you want to lower anything on here, I think the most likely would be 90 the speed ball, and I like to get other stuff here and there. Maybe you want to get your 3 ball even higher. Maybe you want to do this, that, and the third. That's really on you. You can even go up right here. I like having speed ball because after my speed boost, which is the first 3 steps, I want to be able to still be fast with the ball. But if you really just pretty much dedicating your entire stuff to speed boosting at all times, by all means, just lower your speed ball and just make sure that you can have the Michael Jordan dribble style, and you should kind of be fine with whatever you end up with at that point, because that'll allow you to put up more stuff, whether that's your steal rating, whether that's your perimeter defense, whether that's your dunk, your 3 ball, whatever it could be, acceleration, whatever that may be. That's really gonna be on you. I'm gonna keep it at 92 because that's just what I do. But yeah, that's really on you what you want to go with on that aspect. Now, When it comes to defense, I have a perimeter defense to an 86 and an 85 steel. Now, 86 perimeter defense is important because that's going to allow you to have silver clamps and the option of gold challenger. 85 steel is important because that's going to allow you to have gold silver, not gold silver, not gold silver, silver glove and silver interceptor. Now, silver glove is a huge step up. Huge step up from bronze glove. I just want that to be known. You're going to get a lot more bumps and you're going to get a lot more pokes with silver glove than you would with bronze. It's that simple. Now, when it comes to the interior defense, you want that up. A lot of people don't put up their interior defense on a lot of builds. A lot of people like to rim run on this game. Now, you're not going to have a block rating, and you're not really going to be able to have, like, get chase downs. Yes, you're going to have bronze chase down, but you're not going to really be able to get them a lot. So, having that interior defense is going to be really important just to play hands-up defense. Now, without having it, people are going to make it every single time. But now you're actually going to have the ability to make people miss some of the times. Now, at the end of the day, you're still 6'1", but that 6'10" wingspan is going to make up for that height advantage a lot. And having that interior defense is going to really help. I'm trying to tell you right now. It's kind of like a secret sauce. A lot of people don't do that when they smaller guard builds. And then you have a 41 defensive rebound, but that's really because of the perimeter defense. Now, you have an 82 speed. That's because of the speed of ball. So if you don't feel like you need that high of speed because of the speed of ball, and you didn't raise the speed with ball that high, you could also lower this as well, but that's really kind of a opinion. You can't go anywhere below an 80 because you do have a 95 acceleration. Now, say for instance you want that to be a little bit higher, you could lower the weight and stuff like that, and you know you're not going to go with speed of ball. You can easily have that even higher than what it is for my build, but that's going to really be a kind of preference thing. I put it to 95 though because you can get gym rat. It's kind of an underhood thing, but you do get plus for all your physicals according to Mike Wayne. So yeah, you really do have a 99 acceleration for the people that do have gym rat. But yeah, strength, vertical, we put the vertical up just to be able to have the content dunks, and then we have a 90 stamina. Takeovers wise, you're going to end up with slasher, sharp, playmaker, and lock take. Pretty much all decent options, but I'm going to end up going with limitless range and finishing moves pretty much every single time if I don't have an 80, I think it's an 89 that you get gold agent 3s and stuff like that. And even then, it's kind of questionable. But yeah, if it's 92 and above, I'm definitely going to be considering going with something else. But yeah, the build comes out as similar to Shades Up, Sleepy Floyd, Darius Garland, Damian Lillard, and it comes out as a 3-point shot creator. Alright, and like I said, we're going to go in order. Now, this may be a little hot take for a lot of people, but if you guys want to see my best big man build videos, I've dropped a couple of them. I'm going to do an update for that because I did just update like pretty much all the positions. So I will be updating the best guard builds. I will be updating the best big man builds. Might update the inside and shooting. I don't know if I'm doing that yet. But yeah, the big man and guard will be coming. So this may be a little bit of a hot take for the best big man build. But I did just go with the best center builds recently. So if you want to see 3 center builds or 2 center builds that's on the level of this, maybe you want an inside as well, that's going to be in that video as well. So I would recommend you go watch that if you want an inside or something a little taller. But we're going to be center, hand and number. And like I said, when it comes to Rebirth builds, I'm making builds that's going to not just be versatile, but it's going to be pretty much a thing where you don't really have to make another of that build again. So this is going to be the big man build. Center, hand and number is up to you. Now, you can look at this as kind of a hybrid lockdown build. That's really on you how you want to look at it. I use it as a big man. You can use it as a lockdown. Doesn't really matter. Now, 6'9", 226, 7'7", body type is up to you. Now, I would tell y'all this time and time again, the 6'9s are just different in a lot of different aspects of this game. One reason why, before we even go too crazy, one reason why I would say, I don't know why that happened, but one reason why I would even argue that 6'9s are better than any of the taller builds, just the simple aspect of the tiers for playmaking. If you was to make this same build at 6'10 and up, I'm pretty sure you were going to have Needle Threader, tier 3, you're going to have, it's going to be another one of these, I think it's Diamond that's going to be tier 3, Break Starter might even be a tier 2, so like, you're going to have 8 badges, and you may even be able to have all your badges done within the 8 badges. So you can go Needle Threader, get that cord, have Break Starter, that even if you don't core that, that's 7 badges. Those are the only 2 badges you definitely need. Then, once you get that cord, you can core Needle Threader, Break Starter, it don't matter. Then you can start putting on a Vice Grip, so whenever you do get a rebound, it's a lot harder to rip you. And you set, like you really don't need anything else after that. If you want to put something on after that, I would probably core Needle Threader, get Vice Grip, and Break Starter. That's going to be 6. And then leftover, I'll probably go Floor General. So all my teammates have +2 to their offensive attributes. That's probably what I would do. But what you do, that's really on you. And that's just something you wouldn't be able to do on any build that's taller than a 6'9". That's 1. 2, another thing that you wouldn't be able to do on any build taller than a 6'9" is have clamps. Just having clamps. That's like you just having clamps is giving you much more defensive versatility than any build taller than 6'9". Now, you also could get, you do have the ability to have Hall of Fame pogo stick, Hall of Fame rebound chaser, Hall of Fame anchor, but that's just not what we did. Now, when it comes to me making my big man builds, minimum 90 interior defense, 93 block, 93 defense rebound. I think 90 interior defense is very, very important, and 6'9s are very, very good with shot contest. They did do a recent patch. I don't know what that was for, but they did, and it kind of changed. It kind of reverted the paint defense a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of weird what's going on. It's kind of back to kind of how it was, but 6'9s are still really good interior, but you do want to go for a lot more blocks. So having that 93 with an anchor is very important, and you do have Hall of Fame chase down artists. 93 defensive rebounds going to allow you to have gold rebound chaser. You're going to have a 90 steal, which is not going to be happening on any of these other builds that you're going to see that's a big man. So you're going to have gold interceptor and silver glove. 86 perimeter defense, which is not just going to get you clamps, but you also going to have the ability to have challenger. Going to have the ability to have menace. Going to have the ability to have a lot of these other stuff that you just wouldn't have. Now, you would have workhorse, but pit dodger and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Box out beast is a tier 1. Like, come on. Now, let's get into all the other stuff. Now, the thing is, I'm more of a shooting big. I think spacing the floor is just a lot more important than just being an inside and be able to create for yourself and others, because you can still pass on this build. But 82 3 ball, you could go 83 if you want a silver agent threes, but I just went 82 so we can have a catch and shoot gold and pretty much all this other stuff. Bronze limitless range and silver these and all this other stuff shooting wise. With a 69 mid range, you lower that, you lose a badge, and a 60 free throw. Driving dunk 86, you get contact dunks, but also went with an 80 standing dunk so that you can do standing dunks. Silver rise up and stuff like that. One thing that's really important for me on this build, honestly, I want the ability to be able to pick and roll and pick and pop, and you're able to do that to really, really great success. And you're really versatile on defense, and you really have enough badges to go around, and you have the strength, and you have the vertical. Vertical is a huge deal with the 80 speed. So all this, everything on this build, in my opinion, perfect for me. May not be perfect for you. So, like I said, if you want something a little different, a little taller, you may need to watch my center build where I went over some taller builds and stuff like that. But yeah. So limitless range, paint intimidation, that's the ones I end up going with, especially with the recent update. You kind of do want to have that paint intimidation, to be honest. Even if you're taller, I don't know why 2K did that, but I feel like the paint contest was straight. But I don't know if they did that for the 2K League. Maybe they ruined it for Pro-Am. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it does seem like they kind of reverted paint contest back to what it was before this season. So yeah, but yeah, two-way inside-out score, 72 shades of Marcus Camby, Nicholas Claxton, and Miles Turner. All right, next is going to be the lockdown. Now, when it comes to, like I said, for all these builds, I'm going for a build that's pretty much you're not gonna have to remake. When I went for the guard, I gave y'all a build that's gonna have all the animations for the future, and I feel like it's the best. It's just the best one. So it's that simple. Bigs, most versatile big man you possibly can make. We're gonna do the same thing for a lock. Now, for the lockdown, we're gonna be shooting guard. You can make a point guard lock. You can make a small forward. It's really up to you. You can make this exact same build at any one of those positions. I just made it at shooting guard. Handle number is up to you. When it comes to the height, you're gonna be 6'8", weight 186, 7'5" wingspan. Body type is up to you. Now, when I went over locks previously, I have said that if you're making a versatile lock, 6'7" or 6'8". If you're making a pure lock, I think 6'6". But if you're making a versatile, 6'7", 6'8". That's what I would recommend. Now, the only thing that's kind of tough, either you're going to go with the one that has strength, or you're going to go with this one. This one is going to have a little bit better defensive. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick a little snippet of it. I've went over this in a full video, but this is going to be the only build on this entire list that I do this. So, you're either going to make this one that has strength, that has a little bit lower steal, a little bit lower perimeter defense, pretty much the same block, but it has much more strength, or you're going to go with the other one that just has better raw defensive stats. I think you're going to probably rather the one with better raw defensive stats, but that strength does matter, so don't underrate the strength. It's going to get you a lot more bumps, a lot more stuff like that, and all different type of stuff. But yeah, when it comes to build, 13 finishing, 18 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 22 defensive. For sure, you're going to want to add more finishing because that's going to be for limitless takeoff. But after those 4, depending on how many times you hit level 39, you can get more badges. So yeah. 86 driving up, that's going to get you content ups and limitless takeoff. Went over that. 79 layup. One more, you would have got the 80, but it's straight. 85 3 ball with a 70 mid range and a 70 free throw. 85 3 ball is going to allow you to have pretty much mainly limitless range, but you can get catch and shoot. You can get corner specialist, which is not really that good of a badge on this game. You do get agent threes, guard up, green machine, clutch shooter, claymore, a lot of badges that's really important for shooting on this game. Honestly though, you can use this offensively as like an off-ball guard, but defensively it's really a lockdown. Now, when it comes to 75 pass accuracy, you're gonna have the LeBron James passed out and just be straight on that. 89 ball handle to be able to have Hall of Fame quick for step, and 75 speed with ball just to be able to have the Michael Jordan dribble style. It's that simple. Now, when it comes to the interior defense, that's at a 71 just to be able to have an extra badge. You lose that, you lose a badge. 92 perimeter defense to be able to have gold clamps and gold challenger. 95 steal to be able to have gold glove and gold interceptor. The reason why I think the 6'8 is better than the 6'7 is because of the tiers. You not only get Agent 3s as a tier 2, but you also get interceptor and glove as tier 2, making it a lot easier to use clamps and challenger. Now, another thing that's really underrated for the 6'8 in comparison to the 6'6 and the 6'7 as a lockdown, you end up with a much higher block, which allows you to now be able to have Hall of Fame chase down artists on your lockdown build, which is a very underrated thing and aspect to being a lock, be able to get blocked. And if you do want to go a step further, you can even have silver anchor and silver pogo stick. So yeah, that's another thing. Another thing I really kind of want to have on my lockdown, to be honest, is Hall of Fame pick dodger, but that's just not a thing that you can do on this build, because you just have too low of a perimeter defense. So if you, maybe you do want a little bit higher, but you're not gonna be able to be as versatile with your build if you're making a lock. It's just that simple. 80 speed with an 82 acceleration. 80 speed is gonna be very good, but 82 acceleration is gonna be very important to being an off-ball guard, or I guess a secondary ball handler. Really wanted a higher strength. That's one of the main things I really wanted to get up. Strength and maybe rebound. So that just kind of is what it is. 80 vertical, that's just to be able to go alongside that block rating. You don't really need it to be an 80. You only need a 75 for content. So I just put it to 80 so you can get that alongside your rebound and your block ratings to get even more rebounds and blocks. That's just going to make up for it, just to have just that much more vertical, and 90 stamina. You do want to have a higher vertical though, but like, we just got it as high as we possibly could, I guess you can say. Takeovers though, we ended with slasher, sharp, playmaker, and lock take. We're gonna go with limitless range and finishing moves. You could go with a lockdown takeover because it is a lockdown build. That's really on you. I still would probably go with those takeovers though, to be honest. But yeah, that's really on you what you want to go with. And the build comes out as OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, who low-key hooped on my team. Out of all the teams he wanted to hoop on, he wanted to hoop on my team. Eddie Jones, and the build comes out as a two-way, three-point shot creator. So yeah, that's gonna be the guard locking big. Let's get into the actual top 3 best Rebirth builds in the game. All right, next, this, I'm gonna be honest. This one and the next build, you could go either or in the order you want to go with. One is just way better, like when it comes to dribbling, way better. The other one is just better attributes wise, better dunking wise and stuff like that. And we know how overpowered dunking is and rim running is on this game. So it's really on you which aspect you really rather. They're both gonna be able to rim run, just one is better at it, one is better at dribbling. It's that simple. So we're gonna go in the order that I think it should go. It's very close though, regardless. So first build coming in third place for the Rebirth builds is point guard handed number. We're now gonna be ranking these builds. So 6'7", 182, 7'4", and body type is up to you. Now, I still haven't done the build wars for these 2 builds, but they are like, these builds are so ridiculously close that it's crazy. But yeah, this is gonna be the third place. The only reason why I think it's third place is because the driving dunk is lower, and you know what I'm saying, it's kind of pretty much the same build when it comes to defensive. It's just you get a little bit higher perimeter defense. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is pretty much the exact same thing though. Besides the driving dunk and the ball handle and the steal ball and acceleration, everything else is pretty much the exact same thing. So you're gonna end up with 14 finishing, 18 shooting, 24 playmaking, and 21 defensive. So obviously you're gonna need at least 3 more on finishing, auto. But whatever you, however other many badges you have for Rebirth, or whatever you get badges for, whether it's 39 or whatever, you can put those badges to whatever category you deem fit. So I would go to the test build and make sure you got all the stuff that you did, figured out how you need to do it, that in the third. But yeah, 86 driving dunk, 80 layup, 67. 80 layup is going to allow you to have a lot of, pretty much not a lot of, but majority of the layup packages in the game. 86 driving dunk is going to allow you to have content dunks and the ability to do like limitless takeoff gold and stuff like that. You are going to have Pro Touch for the people that do want to time your layups. 85 3-ball, that's going to allow you to have silver limitless range and everything else that comes with it, but you don't have Agent 3s as a tier 2. That's another thing that kind of sets this build apart. I guess all the tiers for the shooting and the defensive are kind of a major difference because Agent 3s is one of the best badges. Glove and Interceptor are some of the best badges. Those are going to be big differences for this build and the next one. Now, when it comes to the pass accuracy, 80 pass accuracy, that's going to allow you to have not just LeBron, but Steph Curry, which I think is on that same level. Maybe LeBron is a little bit faster, but I went over how pass styles can kind of affect your teammates' timings and how much they change and stuff like that. So that is important. 90 ball handle. This is going to be the biggest difference between the rest. I think ISO, from an ISO perspective, the ability to create shot openings for you, to be able to get open for yourself, this is going to be the best of the three because you're going to be able to dribble much better on this build than the other one because you're going to be faster and going to have way better animations. You're going to be able to have that Damian Lillard escape. You're going to be able to have a lot of stuff that you just wouldn't have on the other two builds. It's that simple. Now, 85 speed ball, that's going to be another thing. You're going to have more dribble styles. I think they could, in the future, 2 days, maybe, they may have dropped a really amazing dribble style that's on the level of a Michael Jordan. I hope they do something like that for not just the 6'7", but the 6'8" as well, just to give the 6'9s a little, you know what I'm saying, something to nerf them a little bit, you know what I'm saying. 70 interior defense, and just to have that as high as possible, but you only really need like a 68. But I mean, I'm saying a 68 to get the badge, but I put that as high as possible because it is important. So yeah, 87 perimeter defense, you lower that, you lose a badge. It's not 88 for this 6'7", it's 87. 85 steal. 86 Evan is really important. Let me not gloss over that. You do need Clamps and Challenger from that, but you also do get Menace, which will be Hall of Fame because at 87, you do get Pick Dodger from that as well, off-ball pass, workhorse, incorporation, stuff like that. 85 steal, that's going to allow you to get pretty much glove and interceptor, but those are both tier 3s, like I said. Big difference. 75 block, that's going to allow you to have gold, chase down artists. And then you have a 29 offensive rebound and a 74 defensive rebound. 76 speed, plus 4 from Gym Rat, that's going to be at 80. 84 acceleration, just to get that as high as possible. That's going to be pretty much, I think 84 acceleration is the highest you can possibly have it on the 6'7", and then 45 strength. I've went over time and time again, that's really important, so you do want to get that up, but it just is what it is. We couldn't get that up. 75 vertical, that's to go alongside the drive and dunk. So you kind of do want that a little bit higher for the rebound and block, but we got it as high as we possibly could with everything else that we have on the build. Really nothing we could have touched. I guess pass accuracy, we could have lowered that to a 75 and then put vertical up, but I kind of did want to have an 80 just to have my passes just be faster than 90 stamina. Takeovers, though, you're going to end up with Slasher, Sharp, Playmaker, and Lockdown Takeover. I'm going to go with limitless range and finishing moves, though, pretty much every single time. I think that's the best combination in the game. The build comes out as 72 shades of Lonzo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, and James Harden. And yeah, the build comes out as a two-way three-point shot creator. What else would it come out as? All right, and for the build coming in at number 2, I'm going to be honest. All 3 of these builds are very close. It's just distinct differences on all 3. I think as you go up, as you get closer to number 1, the tiers are just very broken. But there are aspects to this build that you can say is even better than 1. There's aspects to the 3rd build that you can say is better than 1. There's aspect of 3 that's better than 2. There's aspect of 2 that's better than 3. There's aspect of 2 that's better than 1. You could go any order. It's really all preference at the end of the day. And all this stuff is templates. You can change whatever you want to change. Now, point guard handle number is really up to you. 6'8", 186, and 7'5", and body type is up to you. Now, I've had people complain. I want to go over this real quick. I have had people complain that a lot of these builds are pretty much the same attributes. Now, I don't make the game. I'm just letting you to know that. So 80 layup, you'll say that a lot of my builds because that's to get certain layup packages. 93 dunk, that's to get certain badges and certain animations. 86 driving up, that's to get certain badges and to get certain animations. You'll see 71 mid-range because that'll get you an extra badge. You'll see 85 3-ball because that's gonna get you certain badge. Like pretty much everything you see on my builds, if it looks similar, like on this one, you see the 85 steal, the 75 block. That's gonna be similar because that's gonna get you certain badges. So I don't really think I should have to go over that, but I have to go over that. So yeah, 93 dunk though, we went over this. You're gonna get gold posterizer, gold slithery, but you are gonna be able to have 16 finishing off that alone. You're gonna have elite content dunks. That's a pretty big difference from the last build. 80 layup, that's gonna allow you to have pretty much the same layup package. 67 close shot, just to get more badges. 54 off the drive and dunk. 71 mid range to get more badges. 85 3-ball to get limitless range. Silver, 72 72 free throw for 5v5, 75 pass accuracy for LeBron James pass style. That's the bare minimum, but you kind of do want that to be a little bit higher, I would say, because you want your passes to be faster. But even if, like, just to be able to get LeBron James pass style, one of the best pass styles in the game. 89 ball handle, speed ball 80. Hopefully they do drop dribble styles to be able to have that, because you don't want to be one of those people that made your builds just to have a 75 speed with ball, and they don't, and you know what I'm saying, and they drop something amazing for an 80 speed with ball dribble style or 85 speed with ball dribble style. That's why I'm showing you guys these Rebirth with the max, because you don't want to have to remake these builds because they drop something in the future. You're making these so that you'll have it set in stone. I want that to be known. You're making these to have them set in stone. So when I went over the lock, that was 75 because it didn't really matter. You're not making that to be a, like, all around. You're making that to be a lock and also still have the ability to play offense. This is just to be all around. It's not made to be a lock. So you want to have that 80 speed of ball just in case they do drop something crazy for the 80 speed of ball dribble styles. It's that simple. Now that said, let's move on. 71 interior defense, you lower that, you lose a badge. 88 perimeter defense, you lower that, you lose a badge. 85, that's to be able to get certain stuff. Now, 71, you want that to be as high as possible as well. So 71, you kind of do want it to be a little bit higher, but it's still gonna be fine. 88 perimeter defense is gonna allow you to get certain badges like clamps and challenger, but also gonna have you playing much better on ball defense, because that also is your lateral quickness. And then it's still 85. Now it is a tier 2 instead of a tier 3. So you're gonna have silver glove and silver interceptor as tier 3s. Still gonna have a gold chase down artist. You're gonna have a 68 defensive rebound. We just put that as high as possible. You don't really need it but to be a 66, just like the last build. But we put it as high as possible just to be able to have it as high as possible. Then when it comes to the 76 speed, you're gonna have that +4. You're gonna be able to have pretty much the ability to have the, what is it called, 80 speed from Gym Rat, from the under the hood Gym Rat. And then you have an acceleration of an 82, not too far away from a 6'7", I will say that, but you don't have that 90 ball handle to be able to have a lot of those size up escapes that are very, very good in this game. But you do have pretty much right there on that acceleration with Hall of Fame quick first step, so you could say it's just as fast. Now 70 strength, that's going to be very important in my opinion to get bumps, just to have that at all. So yeah, I really do like that in comparison to the last build for sure. And then you have an 82 vertical to go alongside that 93 driving up to be able to have the elite content ups. But that's also going to be very, very good to go alongside that 75 block and the offensive rebound. Now when you have a 90 stamina, that's going to be very important, and the bare minimum you want to be able to have on your build. Now honestly, if I was to roll anything to be able to get that up, it'd probably be this, but you're only going to get that up once. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're going to get that too crazy regardless. Yeah, that's kind of just is what it is. So if you do want to have that even higher, you can. But being honest with you, it's not gonna make too big of a difference regardless. Being honest with you. So yeah, takeaways wise, you go end up with limitless range and finishing moves, but you do have the options of slasher, sharp, playmaker, and lot. So you can go whatever you want to go with. I do think this is the best combination you can go with though, personally. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. And the build comes out as 72 shades of, what else? Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, and Tyrese Halliburton. And the build comes out as a two-way inside-out creator. Alright, so scratch everything I just said. So pretty much the only thing that you're gonna get better now, after I just remade the build, I'm gonna show y'all how I remade it a little bit. I'm gonna give y'all a little example, but only thing you're gonna probably get a little bit better on this build now is pretty much only gonna be Hall of Fame quick first step. Everything else is gonna be pretty much the same, if not better. So we're gonna show you guys everything on this from the tiers, everything. So let me show you guys. For example, we're gonna be point guard hand numbers up to you. So instead of being 6'9", 187 with 7'6" wingspan, we're not gonna be 7'4". Now that's gonna allow us to not have the ability to have silver limits range. Whereas in instance where I usually would show y'all, I'm gonna give y'all just for reference. You would be 6'9", 187, 7'6", and this will be pretty much the attributes you would get. So if you do want to make it like this, you can. But for the people that do want to be able to have everything on your build, like we trying to market, we gonna go with this one. So you're gonna be 6'9", 187, 7'4" wingspan, body type is up to you. So when it comes to the build, you're gonna end up with 15 finishing, 19 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 21 defensive. Now you're gonna have a little bit less playmaking, I'm pretty sure, but you're gonna have more shooting. So instead of having 17 shooting, you're now gonna have 19. I think you had like 24 playmaking though. It was either 23 or 24. It was one or the other. But now you gotta have 21, and you pretty much have the same defensive with pretty much a little bit higher speed. Now, one thing that was different, I think I had a 75, and I had like a 71 strength, and that was how. And I had like an 86 pass accuracy, but that 86 pass accuracy is very tough, and that's also just gonna help you get a different name. You're gonna end up with like Dimer Hall of Fame, Floor General Hall of Fame, pretty much all these playmaking badges that you see on the screen, pretty much Hall of Fame. All those passing badges Hall of Fame. You throw the gold, bailout gold, like all that stuff gonna be like just a higher tier, all of that. So that is a big difference, I'm gonna be honest, but it's just not possible to do with this build, to be honest with you. So 83 is the highest I can get it if we go with the exact same stats as we had on the other one, but I don't really feel like that's necessary to force. Now, say for instance you want the extra badge, the 22, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So you can go 77 speed with 73 strength. You can do that. Maybe you don't care about the strength. You can lower your strength. I wouldn't recommend it. You want to go 76 speed, lower your strength. You can't lower your strength too much though, because you got that off your interior defense. Then you can go 85, but it's still not gonna be 86. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, I would just keep it at 80. That's just what I would do. I would go 80 speed, lower this, make this up. I would go 68, 60, and raise this here. That's pretty much what I would do. Now finishing, you're gonna end up with 15 again. Same thing as we had pretty much on the 6'8", 93 driving up, elite content and posterizer. But the thing is, let me just take off. That's now a tier 2. Slithery, that's now a tier 1. So much more OP. Much more OP. You don't really have to like try to break it down, and you're not gonna be left with one not being able to be used. You can really use all 3, and 2 of them are gonna be going towards the 10 to be able to start using for posterizer. Very, very OP. 80 layup, a lot more layup pack, or not a lot more, but pretty much all of the layup package besides like the 82 threshold, the 88 threshold layup packages, and the layups that's like below 6'5", and the layups that's above 6'10". So yeah, that's simple. Now 67, that's to get more badge. You lose that, you lose a badge. 60, that's just risen, and 58 was pretty much the lowest you can put it. Now 71 mid-range is to get more badges. 85 3 ball, that's gonna be pretty much to have silver limitless range, but you get everything else you see on the screen. And then 71 free throw to be able to play 5v5. 80 pass accuracy is gonna be just fine. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be faster passes than the 75 that you would really just do to get the LeBron James pass style, but you also get another great pass style in Stephen Curry that I believe is one of the most underrated ones in the entire game. Now you have an 87 ball handle. That's gonna be really good for a 6'9", because you're gonna allow yourself to have clamp breaker. You're gonna allow yourself gold unpluckable. You're gonna allow yourself to have quick first step and stuff like that. You lower that, you're gonna lose clamp breaker. You lower that to 84, you lose handles for days and quick first step. You lower that, you lose unpluckable. So you do want that 87, and you're gonna lose badges as well. So yeah. 76 not needed. You only really need an 85. So maybe if you lower that as well, maybe you lower this, then you lower this, maybe then you can get it high enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe then, but that's a lot of lowering stuff, and you still gonna be able to, like, I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. So when it comes to the defense though, 76 interior defense, you lower that, you lose a badge, but still gonna be really good just to have a 76. You don't really need to raise that anymore, to be honest. 88 pretty defense, you lower that, you lose a badge, but you don't really need that to be any higher unless you're going for like 92 then 94. So 88 is gonna be perfectly fine to get the extra badge and to be able to have clamps and challenger, which are now tier 2 badges instead of tier 3. So pretty much all your most important badges for you are gonna be tier 1 or tier 2. You're not gonna really need these badges in tier 3 on the build like this. 85 still, you're gonna have silver glove as a tier 1, still gonna have interceptor as a tier 2, but it's very, very OP. 75 block, you're gonna have gold chase down artist, bronze anchor as a possibility as well. You're gonna be able to have stuff like 33 offensive rebound with a 73 defensive rebound. That's to get just more badge. You lower that, you lose a badge. So yeah, we're gonna raise this back up. We're gonna put this at 80. We're gonna put this back up. I don't even remember what I had it at. I don't really need that to be that much higher. I'll go there. That even gets you an extra badge, so I'll do it like that. And then when we able to get a 75 free throw. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to physicals, I went 80 speed. I feel like 80 speed is so good to have, so good. It's such a life-changing thing when you start going up to 80 speed instead of 70. I used to have 70 speed on all my builds, to be honest. Such a big deal. So shout out to all the people that were saying that in the comments down below. 81 acceleration, not too far off from a 6'8", not too far off from a 6'7", but the biggest difference is you're gonna have a gold quick reset. You could go with post control 99, but if you made it exactly like this, you wouldn't even be able to have a 99 post control on this exact build. You would have to raise your weight. That would lower your speed of ball. So it would lower your acceleration. So it's a lot of stuff that would be happening that you don't really want to happen. So yeah. Then you have a 73 strength. I tell y'all this time and time again, strength is a very, very underrated thing. Whether it comes to getting bumps, whether it comes to blowing by people, whether it comes to being able to play defense in the post, when it comes to being able to get better shot contests, when it comes to setting better screens, it comes to a lot of things that's really underrated in this game. Strength is very good. Not just for the bully badge, for a lot of other things. 82 vertical, very good to have, but you are going to have that because of the driving up, contact dunks, and stuff like that. And then 90 stamina. Takes though, you're gonna end up with slasher, sharp, playmaker, and lockdown. Takeover, we're gonna go with limitless range and finishing moves every single time. And the build comes out as 72 shades of Lonzo Ball, Penny Hardaway, and LaMelo Ball. And the build comes out actually as, for the name wise, the two-way inside out score. Now, let me be real with you. Let me be real with you for real quick for a second. Am I taking the two-way diamond inside out score name over the two-way inside out score? Yes. But is the build a better Rebirth build? If you're trying to make a build to not have to redo anything, I think the two-way inside out score, the 6'9", 7'4" wingspan is a little bit better as a Rebirth build, strictly as a Rebirth build, than the two-way diamond inside out score. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, go ahead and like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I've been trying to get y'all as much stuff as content as possible. I gave y'all a park all-star stuff. Y'all didn't really mess with that as much as I hoped y'all would. I was working on that for a while, but it's cool. I'm gonna try to get y'all some more gameplays. Y'all seem to be cool with the gameplays. I'm gonna try to get y'all some more stuff like that. But I'll be honest, this 2K23 stuff, not that crazy. I've been on my team lately, so maybe I can give y'all some my team content on the backup channels. If y'all ain't been tuned into the backup though, it ain't going so crazy on the backups. So yeah, that's simple. If y'all got anything else y'all want me to rank builds wise, we gonna get down to the point where we just gonna be ranking stuff now. We're gonna do tier lists for pretty much anything. So we gotta do the tier list for the animations. I'm gonna do the video for the pass down. I still haven't done the dribble tutorial. I don't even know if that's gonna even be done this year, to be honest, at this point. But if you do want that, just let me know. I can do that. If y'all want me to redo the contact dunk tutorial, I can do that. There's a lot of stuff I could do. There's a lot of stuff I will do. Just let me know if there's stuff that y'all want me to do. But yeah, that's gonna be in this video. If you guys want more, like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, share the videos that anybody think will help with that. Enjoy. Further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. Out the man.
What? You gonna hop on my car? Yo, really cool riding with stars. What?
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!